Thank you. Hi, good evening. Welcome back to our last rendezvous of the season and the year. For 9 years now, you've heard me ask all the questions. But you know, wherever I go, people ask me questions about the show. Like, who is the smarter Ambani? Was Rekha telling the truth? Do you give your questions in advance? The answer to that is never, never, ever. And especially, which was your favorite show and who was your favorite guest? You know, to choose one from 138 is just not possible. But yes, there were some shows that were especially memorable, like Jayalalitha. I'd never met her, and many people warned me about her, that she was temperamental and difficult. So I went to Chennai with some trepidation. How wrong they were. She arrived on the dot. We hardly spoke before the interview, but within 3 to 4 minutes of instant assessments on both sides, she dropped her guard and we were both singing. Even while singing, I remember thinking, this is surreal. I was so thrilled. A show I cannot ever forget is the A.R. Rahman show. I adore this guy. I salute his genius. I love and respect his humility. You know, I always dreamt of having him come on my set, play music and chat with me. And when it happened, I just sat there all through with goosebumps. This is magic.
Yeah.
And in the end, I remember when I said to him, I don't want this rendezvous to end. I could sit here the whole night just listening to you. He said,
You would have to stand for the next one.
I didn't know what he
Supposed to be
meant
Indian.
till he started playing the national anthem. And we both stood and sang it together. Yes, in some cases, the emotions linger long after the show. In some, they just never go away. Then I'm asked, which was the funniest episode of all? Well, it's a toss-up between the Kajal Karan show and the Govinda one. Kajal was hilarious.
I know what life has taught you, Karan.
She was taking the mickey out of Karan, who was awfully embarrassed. And I remember very disapproving.
I'll not be saying things like this, and nor will you.
And that just goaded her on even more.
12-inch ruler.
Just listening to them, I was doubled up with laughter. You know, I've never seen Kajal like that anywhere else. She's done other shows, but never as much fun and laid back as this one. The same with Govinda and his wife Sunita. That was a laugh a minute. I remember when I asked Sunita if she could sing,
No, I don't say.
गाती नहीं.
and Govinda begged and pleaded.
Please don't sing. For God's sake.
She, I'm not such a bad singer. Yeah, come on up. Patients मर जाएंगे.
बेचारे पेशेंट होते हैं वो भी प्रोग्राम देखते हैं. कहीं गाना सुन के कोई हार्ट का कमजोर आदमी हो.
मुझे हार्ट अटैक आ जाएगा इसे.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ मैं. हो सकता है की जाए.
Everything they said was hilarious.
Any chance? After this.
If you ever missed the show, don't miss a repeat. Another question I'm often asked, which episode was a learning experience? You know, over 140 people have sat opposite me, and each person is different. And I can't be like them, but I learn from their experiences. Personally, I feel I learned quite a lot from Devsa. I have a tendency to carry my sorrows.
I was never hung on to my sorrows. The very fact I've starved in the streets of Bombay, I never bothered. You can't hang on to a sorrow. It's a waste of time. You have to detach and go further. You shed a tear and you wipe it away in a second and you're back to yourself. And you keep that sorrow in your pocket. It's your pet. You proceed further.
And I learned from him it's important to move on. You know, guests often travel to Bombay for our rendezvous, and sometimes we go beyond our sets. Like the recent Mittal rendezvous in London, in their home. It was exciting because it was a first. They let me into their world, their family, their marriage, the marriage videos, the family albums, their private lives. And I was privileged. You know, I've met many rich and powerful people, and I've seen how fame and success changes some, but it hasn't changed the Mithells so far.
He is a very warm-hearted person. And sometimes I tell him that you are in the wrong profession. You should have been a doctor, because he's a very caring person.
As Rekha said to me after the show, they aren't actors, Simi. They were transparently real. And then we also went to Hong Kong for Jackie Chan. I'd never met him, nor seen him in real life. We just shook hands, sat down, got mic'd, all in approximately 40 seconds. And yet, it was one of the best rendezvous. I can see why he is such a big international star. I can see why his fans cut across all ages and all countries. He wasn't image conscious, as stars often are.
I'm too selfish. I don't know what's meaning is love.
He revealed things that aren't even in his biography. Why, at that stage, did you want to get married?
She had a baby. Yeah, then I said, wow, you have my baby? That's my responsibility. Then she's hiding, then the baby comes out. What can I do? Then, can we marry? I don't want to marry. I don't want to marry. I'm a bad boy. Yeah. I'm really bad boy.
And at the end, graciously, he thanked me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And sent kisses to all our viewers. And what was the best rendezvous experience? Well, without doubt, it has to be the 100th rendezvous celebration.
One dreams of a night like this, when all the people that you've connected with are in front of you in one room.
They were all there to celebrate this milestone with me.
It's no sacrifice, no sacrifice. It's no sacrifice at all.
And they even wore white. As Hrithik said in his SMS to me, the evening was sheer magic.
Oh, oh, Mamma Mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist you? Mamma Mia, does it show again? Why, just how much I missed you.
You know, in a way, Rendezvous has become more than a chat show. It's almost a chronicle of the lives and times of the most celebrated persons in the last decade. In this span, we've tracked their destinies, we've seen how they've evolved. Like, this was Sushmita. Soon after Miss Universe, she came back 5 years later.
Renee means being born again. And for me, the last 5 years have meant Renee.
You know, not many young unmarried stars on the threshold of their careers would take on the responsibility of adopting a child. Sush came back with her daughter, Renee.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Okay. Well, this is Simi Auntie.
This is Simi Auntie.
Yes.
Hello, my darling Renee. What is your name?
Tell her your name.
What's your name?
Isn't your name Renee?
Renaissance.
Renee.
You know what my name is? What?
Simi Auntie.
I found the mother even more fascinating. Daughter too. Then there was Amitji. This was in 1998, before what I called his second innings.
I'm just happy that I'm around. There really is no room for a 56-year-old actor.
He returned 5 years later, a bigger legend than before. And he brought with him his most precious possession, his family.
Oh, mind-blowing.
Ash. Young, refreshing, innocent Ash, 1998. This was before Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam.
Give me the list of your boyfriends.
You think I would have been able to have kept it had there been a list until now?
I'm teasing you.
Oh.
One boyfriend?
No.
Not even one.
Wouldn't he have been here?
He would have been next to
joking.
you. Yes.
I'm just joking, but...
She came back 8 years later, now an international star and a woman of maturity.
I have grown. I have grown enriched by experience.
Professionally, a lot more cautious and guarded. But personally, still the kindest heart underneath. Priya Dutt, her father's faithful shadow. She returned now, a wife and mother and an MP in her own right. Isha also, at the age of 17, hoping to be an actor. She returned 17 films and a lot of spunky confidence later. And Dugu, he was a TV virgin. Well, it was his first appearance for a TV interview.
I was petrified of interviews.
This was at the peak of the Hrithik mania.
I went to see my film in the theatre, the first show. I entered as nobody, and when I came out, there was hysteria all around me.
But what I saw was an endearingly vulnerable, sensitive boy in love with his childhood sweetheart, Suzanne.
She's just what I dreamt of in a woman.
They married and returned as would-be parents. And then little Rehan kicked.
Baby's kicking.
Registering his first presence on television. But the longest span was with Rekha, 20 years earlier. What a fascinating woman and friend.
If something has the ability to touch you, other than self-pity, then be grateful.
And if some say that, she lives in a fantasy, it's okay. It makes her stronger. I love her. Sadly, there were some breakups. Rendezvous which may never happen again. And there were also final farewells. Rendezvous is very special to me. It's an extension of who I am. I'm fascinated by people and how they deal with life, love, failure, and success. And for me, these shows have been better than all the books that I've read, because I've learned so much and loved so much. I believe Rendezvous will live forever. I won't be there, but 50 years from now, people will wonder what these icons were really like when they were young. Who did they love? What were their dreams? What kind of people were they? They will see a rendezvous repeat, and they will see these legends forever as human beings. But the privilege was all mine. Each one was my honored guest. We shared moments, and those are recorded for posterity. How blessed am I?
When I see your face before my eyes, your special smile that climbs, your laughter and your sighs, feels as though I've known you forever. I don't have to say a word to you. You seem to know my thoughts, what I am going through. Maybe I have known you forever. I'll always think of you with love, my dearest friend. We share a memory, a bond that cannot end. Friends for life, not just a summer or a spring. It's been a special rendezvous.
तुमसे मिलके ऐसा लगा, तुमसे मिलके अरमां हुए पूरे दिल के, ऐ मेरी जाने वफा.
तुमसे बढ़कर दुनिया में, तुमसे बढ़कर दुनिया में न देखा कोई और, ज़ुबां पर आज दिल की बात आ गई.
Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance.
When you took me close into your heart, I knew right there and then that we shall never part. Something happens when we're together. You will always be a part of me. You are my friend, my love, wherever you may be. How can we forget our time together? I feel you near me even when we are apart. Just knowing you are in this world can warm my heart. Friends for life, not just a summer or a spring. It's been a special rendezvous, a very special rendezvous.
हो तो बदन है, मैं हूँ छाया, तू ना हो तो मैं कहाँ हूँ. मुझे प्यार करने वाले तू जहाँ है, मैं वहाँ हूँ. हमें मिलना ही था हमदम, किसी राह भी निकलते. I'd give my all to have just one more night with you. I'd risk my life to feel your body next to mine. 'Cause I can't go on living in the memory of our song. I'd give my all for your love tonight.
Yeah. हंसी सितम तुम रहे न तुम हम रहे न हम वक्त ने किया
Oh God, it's me! How did you get this? Oh God! This is the best moment of my life. I can't. I have literally I have tears in my eyes. My God, it's awesome.
When I look at you, I wonder why there has to come a time when we must say goodbye. There's magic in our being together. I'll always think of you with love, my dearest friend. We share a memory, a bond that cannot end. Friends for life, not just a summer or a spring. It's been a special rendezvous. I feel you near me even when we are apart. Just knowing you are in this world can warm my heart. Friends for life, not just a summer or a spring. It's been a special rendezvous, a very special
I don't know if there'll be another season of Rendezvous. Frankly, there's no one left. If I do find 26 more fascinating people, I'll bring them to you. Thank you to my wonderful and hardworking and loyal crew, who so patiently put up with my painful perfectionism. It only showed they are perfectionists too. Thank you to my sister Amrita, silent guardian, my own lifeblood. Top-line producer, loved by all who know her and most loved by me. I want to thank all the people whom I got to know and those whom I may never get to know, you, my audience. For 9 years now, you've made me feel very welcome. Please know I did it for you and I love you. Friends never say goodbye because they stay in your heart. That's where I'd like to be. We'll meet again somewhere someday. Till then, Happy New Year. I love you lots.